Dear friends, welcome back to Quest for Knowledge. Hope you all are safe. In this session, we are going to discuss Q and DQ interfaces of Java Collection Framework, and we are going to discuss the related classes. So let's begin. When we talk about collection is like a container that contains number of elements in a single unit. Here you can see we have language container containing number of languages. We can add more languages to it, or we can remove any language from it, right? In similar fashion, we have this natural numbers. We can add more numbers to it, or we can remove any number from it, right? So we can perform various operations on collection. So for this purpose, we have collection framework in Java, right? Basically, Java collection framework provides us number of classes and interfaces. When we talk about main interface or root interface, that is collection, and this interface is extended by sub interfaces. So here we have list, set and queue. So these interfaces extend collection interface. In previous videos, we discussed list interface and the related classes. We have discussed set interface and the related interfaces and classes. In this session, we are going to discuss queue interface and the sub interface of it, that is DQ, and we are going to discuss the related class. Now let's begin. Queue interface provides the functionality of queue data structure. When we talk about queue data structure, it follows the FIFO principle, that is first in, first out. So in queue we have two ends, one is front end, another one is rear end. So each time new element is inserted, it is inserted from the rear end and deletion takes place from the front end, right? Now let's understand this FIFO order. Suppose there is one person waiting. So second person will be standing behind this first person, and the third person will stand behind the second one, and the fourth will stand behind the third one. So far we have 4 persons in the queue. So the first person is at the front end and the fourth person is at the rear end. Now the person who will go out first will be this, because this person came first, so this will go out. Now this is front end and this is rear end, so new person will be standing after this and the removal will take place from front end, right? So this is FIFO order, first in, first out. Now let's see methods of queue interface. There are 6 methods. First one is add method. This method is used to add elements to queue. Offer is similar to add method. This is also used to add elements to queue. But difference is when operation is not successful, add throws exception, but offer returns false. Next we have remove method. Remove method is used to removes head of the queue, and poll is similar to remove, but difference is when operation is not successful, remove throws exception, but poll returns false, right? Next we have element. This method returns head of the queue, and peak is similar to element, but difference is same. Again, element throws exception when operation is not successful, but peak returns false, right? So as we know that queue is a interface, and for implementation we need a class. So here we have priority queue class. This class implements queue interface, and we know that queue interface extends collection interface, right? So now here in this class, inside priority queue, we have all the methods of collection and queue interfaces, right? Now just see what the priority queue class is. So we have seen that this class implements queue interface, And when we talk about the head element of the priority queue, it is the smallest element of the queue. And once head element of priority queue is retrieved or removed, the next smallest element will be the head of the queue. So elements are retrieved in sorted order, right? Now let's see the implementation. So here first we need to import java.util package because all the classes and interfaces are inside util package. Next we have class named queueDemo. We have main method and we are creating priority queue. So here we are writing queue. It is going to hold integer type of elements. So here we are writing integer, natural. So queue name is natural, and then we are creating object new priority queue, right? Now we are adding elements to it. So we have added 5, 4, 10 and 2 using add method, and we are printing value of this natural, right? Next statement we are printing natural dot element. So as we have discussed that element returns the head of the queue, so it will print the head element of the queue. Next we are writing natural dot poll. So poll method removes the head element and also returns the element that it has removed, right? Again we are printing value of natural, and again we are extracting the head element of the queue using element. So when we run this code, output will be, so here you can see elements are 2, 4, 10, 5. So here you can see elements are inserted in this order, first 3, then 4, then 10 and then 2. So here you can see head element is 2 because head element of priority queue is the smallest element, right? And when we are extracting the head element, natural dot element, using this method element, it is printing 2. So 2 is the head of the queue. Next we are polling, natural dot poll. So poll returns the head element and it also removes it. So the removed element is 2. So after polling, elements are 4, 5, 10. Now again you can see, now the head is 4 because next smallest element is 4 in the queue. And when we print the value of head element, it is printing 4. So this is the functionality of priority queue. Next we have DQ interface. So it provides the functionality of double-ended queue. So far we have seen the queue functionality that follows FIFO, first in first out. So insertion takes place from the rear end and deletion takes place from the front end, right? But when we talk about DQ, it provides the double-ended queue. We can insert and remove elements from both ends, and we know that it extends queue interface, right? And here we have methods of DQ interface. We have add first method, add last method to add specified element at the beginning and at the last. We have offer first method and offer last method to add specified element at the beginning and at the last. So difference again same, add first, add last throw exception when operation is not successful, but offer first and offer last returns false, right? Next we have get first and get last method. Get first method returns first element, get last method returns the last element. These two methods are similar to peek first and peek last. Peek first is also returns first element and peek last method returns the last element. Difference is get first and get last throw exception when operation is not successful. Peek first and peek last return false when operation not successful, right? Next we have remove first and remove last. It is used to remove first element. Remove last is used to remove last element. And poll first and poll last, both methods are similar to remove only. Poll first removes first element, poll last removes last element. Difference is remove first and remove last throw exception when operation is not successful. But in case of poll first and poll last, these two methods return false, right? Now we know that we cannot create the object of interface, and DQ is an interface. So for implementation we need a class, and that class is linked list. Linked list implements DQ interface and it also implements list interface. Now in linked list we have all the methods of these interfaces, right? Now let's see the implementation of linked list. First we need to import java.util package. So here we are importing linked list class. Now the class name is linked list demo. We have main method. We are creating object of linked list named programming, and this list is going to contain a string type of elements. Now we are adding elements to it using add method. We are printing value of programming. Now here we are adding element at the first position using add first method. So after adding we are printing value of programming, and in next statement we are using add last method to add specified element, that is PHP, at the last position. Again we are printing value of programming. So when we run this code, output will be, here you can see, after adding these three elements, programming is Java, C++ and Python, and after using add first method we are adding JavaScript at the first position. So after adding new element at first position we have JavaScript, Java, C++ and Python, and next we are adding new language using add last method. So in similar fashion we can use another methods to perform various operations on linked list. Hope this code is clear. If you have any doubt, any query, you can write me in the comment box. That's all in today's video. Thank you so much for watching this video. You can also share your suggestions to me. For more videos, you can subscribe this channel. Thank you so much.